We're here on February 25th, 2007. I'm now 27 and I've managed, successfully mind you, to escape the grid only for a few hours thanks to a loyal volunteer to the program and friend. That was quite cheesy, would you not say? Continuing on. But it's really great, honestly. If you take a look around, and just, look around, you can see that the way things are going, we're not going to have a planet as beautiful as the one that we experience right now, the way we are currently living. I don't necessarily think that it's the number of people on the planet, but really the way we live. And when I look around at the things that we still do have here in 2007, it really makes me concerned about what things will be like in 2017. And maybe fossil fuels may not be our number one concern. It may be water. Or the lack of food. Because all of a sudden the fish are no longer there and thriving. I think all this is a more apparent and more real reality than just the New World Order or 9/11. Government-sponsored terror is just one little aspect in this strange little world that we find ourselves in. I think I'd like to conceptualize my thoughts and my ideas in artwork in ways that I'm not usually accustomed to doing, but it's sometimes complicated. But I think a lot of you have talents and skills, even if you don't actually know that it's there. And sometimes it can come out in a way that will affect people even if you don't think that it would. And this can be done through so many forms. I think it's important to get out of your element, get outside of your grid. Find out what's natural, what's normal, what feels sane in your own locality, in your own environment, where you live, no matter what part of the planet it is. There's got to be, and you've got to maintain and strengthen this mindset, this dynamic human spirit that refuses to submit, that we are going to find and connect with more and more people out there in our own immediate environments that feel the way we feel, basically. The television, the radio, mainstream books and publications give us a perspective of what life is. And to be happy, what path in life we have to choose. A lot of us now know that that's a fraud, that is a lie. Life's a total mystery, in fact, that only you yourself can be the ultimate teacher and guide yourself out of the hell you may or may not be finding yourselves in. That can be done through more than one ways, but nature is something that I've neglected in my own life, as well as eating healthy. And I've noticed that if you are away from electricity for a certain amount of time, and away from genetically modified food, and away from propaganda, and away from insanity, sometimes away from relationships, maybe then you can find yourself. If you can do that on your own, be responsible enough to do the things that you have to do to get to that point, and I think you're on your way to finding the all-elusive question of what is the meaning of life. And most of all, what does it mean to be a human being living in the year 2007? And synchronicity is all over this universe, not just this forest. People talking about 111s and 222s and 333s. And seeing, for example, 1111 repeatedly on a clock. The problem is we've been programmed from womb to tomb to believe that if we can't measure it, if we cannot prove it scientifically, then there's no reason for us to actually discuss it. I think, and this is what I've heard and read about it, and it's all speculation, you can believe as you want to, that the 111s is really the universe letting us know that we are the chosen ones. We are the ones seeing that, like the Hopi said. We are the ones we've been waiting for. To make a difference in this universe right now, at this place, and to get ready for the next jump in evolution. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. That is the Trinity. So if this is a wake-up call, and I know I'm not alone in seeing these numbers on the clock, the question is, what does it mean? Has science given us all the answers that we need to know about this universe? Has religion given us all the information that we think we need to know about who we are? Is there something more? I believe there is. So if you've been seeing the numbers, if you've been feeling the feelings, experiencing the vibrations, you are not alone. You do not walk alone. Probably every second, but I just speculate millions more are going to wake up. But of course, in the end, I believe the most important moment is now. And that's what we will experience this moment, right now. And now I'm feeling cold again and thinking it's probably time to start walking again before it gets too dark. 2 + 7 = 9. The 9s are everywhere. Terrorist attacks happened on September 11, 2001. There are now bulletins going up across America warning us that there's a possibility of a next terrorist attack happening on November 11th, 2009. Or maybe it's November 9th, 2009. Warning a potential date. And it's a mock ad warning you that you should be prepared, and it's actually an ad for the Red Cross. But they use that numerology because if you flip it over, you find 9/11. The numbers. Anyway, so I'm a city boy, of course. And I've lived in the city most of my entire life. And it's still an alien feeling or sensation to walk up and see moss on a tree and realize how I never see that in the city. Never see that in the city. Never see that in city parks. Everything's maintained so perfectly. The idea of a backyard or a lawn is a perfectly manicured lawn that looks something from a Hollywood movie as opposed to something that's from the natural environment. Quite interesting. Lots of energy right here in the ground and the planet. And numbers all around. Numbers all around. Very interesting. Okay, we will continue our journey and our search of fairies. Let's continue this adventure. Come along. Be very quiet. We're looking for leprechauns. Leprechauns. Little leprechauns. And we're going to get the little leprechauns and take them home and sell them for a lot of money. Trust me, I read about on eBay. They're finding leprechauns out in Estacade. I read about somewhere on the internet, on one of those conspiracy theory websites. I heard somewhere that you can find leprechauns sell for about 5 to 10 million. DARPA's very interested in the projects and the exponential growth of cloning leprechauns for military applications in the war in Iraq and upcoming war in Iran. Very high tech, can't explain everything the government's doing right now because of course everything's undisclosed sources that I can't share with you or I'd have to kill you or track your ISP. But, point is, a lot of strange activity going on out here. Leprechauns, dwarfs, fairies that sell cocaine to children. Very scary. Estacade is a very strange place. It's not white trash, it's what you would call perhaps the new eugenics. Come along. Come with me, child. Come with me. Into the land of darkness. Into the world of light. Do not adjust your eyes. Do not adjust the monitor. Do not try to get the water out of your ears. You are not hallucinating. You are not under mass mind control. Hypnotic suggestion. You are now venturing outside the box. Come with me as you learn more about this strange world that has been shrouded in mystery thanks to the Gregorian calendar of 1582, taking you off a real form of time. A real form of time that used to be measured based solely upon our relationship to the stars, the positioning of the sun, the alignments. But now they can actually manufacture 24 hours and tell you what day it is, even what to do on that day. Here we are in forest, where those rules don't seem to apply. There's another set of rules, and I don't really know what those rules are. Maybe the rules are that there are no rules. But even up above, you can hear, for better or for worse, the coexistence of nature and man. It's harder and harder and harder to completely escape from the influence of 13. I don't know how 13 has an influence here, but it's a number, and isn't this all about the numbers?
Oh!